Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Random Talk with NG. My name is Ngozi Obiefna, and it's such a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I'm sure you can sense the excitement in my voice. With me here is my dear friend Chubby. Last week, we heard my friend Yosola share her views from a lady's angle on what love is, what love means to her. And here is Chubby representing the male gender today. He's going to share his views and thoughts on what love is, what love means to him. And we're just basically going to gist and talk about anything and everything. Hi, Chubby, and welcome to Random Talk with NG. I'm happy to have you here.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. It's a great honor to be here. To be on one and only Miriam's podcast. So thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you. And before we go on to the topic of today, I just want to say thank you for being one of the many people that encouraged me to actually begin with a podcast. I remember sometime last year when I shared my thoughts and ideas with you, you kept encouraging me to just go on with it and just start it regardless. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for your contributions and your encouragement thus far.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I appreciate. So far, I'm enjoying it. Like it's been really refreshing. At least getting other people's opinions, hearing you have other people talk, having them on your podcast, and just learning different perspectives. So this, I just really enjoy that. It's really refreshing, though. At least keeps me company on Sunday afternoon.
Oh, I see. Thank you for the review. Thank you. So, I'm sure you listened to Yoshi's views, and that was from the angle of a lady. So, I brought you here to share your thoughts and views on love from a gentleman's angle. And
wow.
Oh, Okay. So let me just start with the basic question. I also want to know, I would like to know what love means to you, your views and thoughts on love.
Wow, that's really heavy though. Do you want like a textbook definition or just a normal?
Give me your own definition of love from your heart and your soul.
Wow. That's deep. Okay. So for me, I would say love. Love. That's a very, very, very deep word. Like, I think I would describe it as a feeling of affection towards a person. Can be a family member, can be a friend, can be a spouse. So that's what love is for me. I know it sounds kind of textbooky, but I don't think I can do what. Basically, that's just what I think it is. So basically, what I'll just say is love is affection. I'll say it's positive affection. I don't know if that makes sense. Positive affection towards a thing, family member, or spouse. You know, the difficult thing about love is that it's not something you can really quantify. It's not something you can measure. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So I guess sometimes even when you're maybe displaying love or maybe you're actually feeling love displaying love, there's no way you can actually measure or how can actually quantify like, okay, but you just know that as in you enjoy doing this thing. That's in terms of you're talking of like a job or something.
True. So yeah, that's true. Each time I hear people define love as a feeling or affection, I remember my social studies. I can't remember if it was social studies, but there was this subject in the secondary school where they mentioned, they taught us something on love, and then it had to do with love is a deep feeling or affection for someone or something. But yeah, so
social studies, I guess I skipped that class too.
I'm not sure. That's why as I said, I'm not sure, but away from the normal dictionary meaning of love, I'd like to know what self-love means to you.
To me, what self-love means, it's at least talking from the guy's perspective, is doing the things that will actually help you out, help you to grow, as in it's actually making decisions that help you grow as a person generally, even if no matter how difficult that thing is. Self love is basically like how like put it, taking on more responsibilities or looking at those directions or those things that probably you've ignored in the past that as in will actually help you grow. That's how I basically look at self love for me. Because I think I was reading something that was actually teaching on how like put it self love. I think people confuse dopamine chasing. I don't know if you know what I mean by dopamine chasing. Like
Mm-hmm.
people
Mm-hmm.
people tend to seek like for happiness a lot. So I guess they try to confuse seeking happiness with self love. Self love doesn't have to mean necessarily that you have to be happy all the time. I don't think that is possible for anybody to be happy all the time. So people
Mm.
confuse chasing dopamine or chasing happiness with self love. So I think what self love is basically telling yourself the truth as a human being, as a person that okay, yeah, what's even though this thing is difficult or even though this thing might actually be kind of hard for me to do, but so far it like leads me to grow. I think I should do it because it's going to improve me as a person. Those
Mm.
difficult things that normally you don't even want to do, maybe probably because of maybe if you're talking about your career path, your relationships, or basically all something that makes you an all well-rounded person in life. So those decisions you have to take that will actually make you grow. I think it also means looking out for yourself, not in a selfish way, but also like how will I say understanding yourself as a person, understanding your own kind of emotions, so understanding how you relate to other people. So I guess it's just well rounded, like just looking out for yourself in every aspect of your life. I don't know if that makes sense.
Hmm. That makes a whole lot of sense, though, and that was a well detailed, heart-filled expression of what self-love
Yeah.
is. Let's go on to,
Mm.
can I hear your thoughts on how you can be sure that you love someone?
Wow, that's really deep. Oh.
Everything
That's
is mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
that's really deep. I think let me come from two different angles. I'll come first of all maybe from wait, when you say love, like how you love someone, are you talking like relationship wise or just talking about in general?
Oh,
I just
it's
want
general. If you want to streamline it, you're free to go ahead, but just general.
okay. I think for both, let me just say for both. I think when you know you really love someone, it's I think basically the most common thing or the most common underlying factor if you say you love someone, it's when you put in effort. Basically, like you can do anything for your family members, you can do anything for your spouse just because of you care for that person. And to me,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I understand by saying you're in love with somebody. If I really care about someone and love someone, I'll do everything within my power to make that person comfortable. I want to make that person happy in the sense that yes, okay, like as in your kind of situation, I want to maybe get you out of it, make you feel calm. I just want to make you happy. So I'm going to do everything within my power to like achieve that for you. If there's any way I can help you out, I'll definitely sacrifice my time, my resources, just to make sure that I get you that thing. I may necessarily not achieve that result, but to me, it's showing that yes, at least you even care towards that person's well-being as a person. So I
Yeah.
think that's how they actually define love. It's basically just putting in effort. So that's being in love. I think that's how one way you can tell that you actually love someone. You're always willing to put in that effort towards
Mm.
that person, towards that relationship.
Okay. And so for you, how best do you express love?
Wow. To me, I find myself actually giving up more of my time and spending
Okay.
more time with that person. I don't know if you get what I mean. For someone like
Yeah.
me, my time is really important. Like very, very I like let me just say I love my me time. So
Okay.
if I'm actually sharing that space with you, I'm actually taking out time to like maybe do activities with you. I'm taking out time to like see how you're doing. I guess that's one way I can actually show that yeah, I'm actually in love with you. let me put it like that. So basically, it's sharing my time. I think that shows that at least I'm kind of invested in whatever is going on between us or whatever is happening, be it family, friends, or spouse. So far, I like invest my time. like I'm really focused on that thing, or I'm just paying real good attention to that thing. I guess that's one way I show. I think that's the most important way I show actually, because I
Mm-hmm.
always say one thing. I think buying gifts doesn't really cost anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's it's just like I say, it's just money. But
Hey.
your time means that. Sorry to say, I'm not bragging. No. Your time means that you're actually fully invested. Like it's your person, like your person as a whole, you yourself. You can just buy a gift and you can just send it across and like, okay, this is it. You get, but your time, that's you being present in that moment. You're sharing or partaking in whatever that person is feeling or going through at that moment in time. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I do. I do. Interesting. So for you, your best way of showing, of expressing love is by sharing your time because you love your me time. Okay, that's
I
interesting.
do. Sorry. Sorry, I do.
So do you think that love at first sight is possible?
Well, I guess for some people though,
Mm.
like, um, but it's actually look at what actually determines that. I think love at first sight for some people, yes, but I think the determining factor there it's kind of, like say, shallow, because
Ooh.
it's basically just attractiveness or maybe the person's outward appearance. If you get
Hmm.
what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
it's for some people they can be, maybe it's beauty that really drives them. Maybe it's how you dress. Maybe it's just looking at someone from afar, and already catching a vibe from that person. But
Hmm.
for me, I don't really look at it like, I don't really think that's happened to me. I'm the kind of person that I'll just say, okay, yeah, this person looks nice, one. Basically, that's it for me,
Hmm.
because there are some people that actually look nice and they have, how will I say, really shitty behavior, really shitty character, and that's like a huge turn off for me. So I don't really emphasize attractiveness or looks over personality. Like, one important thing actually determining maybe if you really like someone, it's the person's personality, how compatible you are. And the easiest way to find out all this is by basically having a simple conversation with them. So I don't really say love at first sight. I don't really, for some people, yeah, but for me, I don't really believe in that. Sorry to say. To me, love at first sight is just lost. Let me just put it like that. It's just infatuation.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's shallow.
Yeah,
It's
I
shallow.
get your opinion. I get your opinion. That's true. That's
Yeah,
true. Well, even I don't think that it's possible. I just feel like it may just be likeness or just mere attraction,
yeah,
appreciating God's
exactly.
creation through the person and all. So yeah, that's true. So I'm wondering that people can change when they love someone. Can they really give up old habits easily when they love someone?
Oh, that's another one. But as a person, I'll say yes, people can actually change, but at the same time, you have to question, like, is it just because of this person you're changing? Okay, so what of this person leaves? Will you now go back to your old habits, or what exactly are you going to? Why is it this person bringing the change? Yes, positive change is always welcome, but not to the extent that it has to be a particular person that changes you. You should want the change as bad as you want it for yourself, not just because of someone is there. People basically change, yes, maybe when they like someone or when they're in love with someone. I guess it comes with the territory, it comes with maybe being in love with the person, but it should be something impactful, not just the fact that because of you like the person, that's why you're actually changing. Then maybe when the person leaves, then you now go back to your old ways. But still, you have to acknowledge that yes, people still have some form of influence over your behavior. Maybe when you're in love, you see yourself doing things you normally think you never do before. I guess I
Mm-hmm.
guess like maybe going out of your way, doing things like, how I put it, you were not maybe comfortable with. But I still feel like it's kind of okay if, yes, it's kind of in the positive direction. I don't know, like maybe the person actually pushes you to be better. I think that's welcome, but it's welcome as in altogether, but it shouldn't be that as in necessarily that it has to be a person that has to come to change you. You have to want to change for yourself too. Because at the end of the day, tomorrow the person leaves, which is very much possible. Does it mean that you now go back to your old self, or you just go back to being like how you were before?
Oh, oh yeah, that's true. That's true. So moving deeper, or should I say streamlining it now to relationships, like the normal romantic relationships. I'm just
Yeah.
in a conversation I had with someone in the past week.
Okay.
He had mentioned that men fall in love just once in their lifetime, just
Okay.
once. And we argued and debated this topic. I think we're about six, okay, we're about five, and we argued and debated this topic. Even the other guys there were like, that's not true, that's not true. But he kept on insisting that men fall in love just once in their lifetime, grow to like them. I do not seem to agree, and I'm wondering, what are
So
your thoughts
you
on
you think you think it's possible to fall in love like multiple times?
it? I mean, when you fall out, won't you fall in again? I don't understand. Is it
Uh,
that once one ends, you will never ever try again? I don't know.
but to me, first of all, I think people need to understand. Like that's why I said, as in love is actually like it's not as if it's something you can actually measure or quantify. It's not
Mm-hmm.
something you can actually like maybe put a finger to it. It's basically just a feeling. So, is it possible that someone can fall in love only once? True. Is it possible that someone can fall in love multiple times? Also true. But personally, what I feel is like, how I put it, maybe the first time you fall in love, I believe that's like the most genuine feeling because maybe that's just maybe your first time ever experiencing something like that. Like say, maybe maybe when you were a kid or maybe when you were younger,
Those
you had that
secondary school
crush.
crushes.
Yeah, you had that crush. You had that crush in secondary school. That particular girl or guy that you liked. I think maybe from let's say from the initial point of view, I think that's like the purest kind because it's genuine in such a way because you're just a rookie in that kind of field, so you don't even know what to expect and you don't know what to give. But at the same time, he has a point in saying that as in you only fall in love once because I think the first time, I don't know, I'm seriously struggling for words like how to put it right now. I think that I think the first time, like maybe the first time you fall in love is actually the most genuine time.
Okay.
That's because it's basically your first experience, so there's nothing for you to measure it with. First of all, nothing for you to compare it with, I guess. So like a rookie or like a greenhorn, you don't even know like I guess you're just led by your feelings in that case. But subsequent ones, you already experienced it before, so you know what to expect. You know the kind of like I say stages, or maybe you know that at the beginning there's always this sweet parts, then towards the end it starts to decline, stuff like that. But I always feel the first love is actually the most genuine. Sha.
Okay. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. And what's your biggest fear about being in a relationship?
More, hey, the fear, the fear plenty. Oh. You should
Wow.
feel plenty, but at the same time, let's say it's I think let me just speak for myself though. I
Mm-hmm.
think um what will I say my biggest fear is, like I always say, I think my biggest fear is getting tired of a person. So I don't know if that makes sense at all.
It
Like
does. I've heard that
I
before.
feel like I feel like maybe when you start the relationship, there's always that spark at the beginning. I don't know if you get what I mean. There's
Butterfly.
always
Belly.
exactly, that initial stage where you get those, like you want to talk to this person 24/7. You always want to, as in you always on calling, you always texting. That initial stage, you get. Then maybe towards like as you guys progress, then maybe it starts to decline somehow. Then at the end of the day, communication now kind of reduces and stuff like that. I guess I would say that's actually my biggest fear. My biggest fear, would I say, is getting tired of it, or how will I put it? Maybe the spark just dies out like that. I don't know if that makes sense at all.
It makes sense, and it's actually a very valid fear, if you ask me. It's valid
But
because
but
it's crazy. Go
I
on.
just I think I think as in I wanted to add something. I'm like, I think what a lot of people, this same thing I just said. I've mentioned it to someone before, and at the end of the day, I had to actually go back and I'm like, why? Like, why is that people feel this way? I think in every relationship, definitely there'll be a time where it gets really interesting. Then there'll also be a time where it just seems kind of normal and boring, like nothing's happening, like there's no spark. And I
Mm.
think one of the things that causes people's perspectives on relationships to be kind of flawed, I'll say, is social media.
Yes.
Because if you go on Instagram, you go on Twitter, you see these ideal couples that are always happy. They never go through anything, no challenges. They're always smiling. It's just Cinderella and Disneyland every time. I don't know if you get what I mean,
Yeah, I
but
do.
they never really show you as in those lows, like those lows in relationship where as in there are days where you feel like as in even though there are days you wake up and you be like, man, I don't even know what I'm feeling towards this person, or as in I just feel so tired of this whole thing. So I think social media has kind of an impact on that. And I'll say that people don't really know how to deal with those sort of situations, first of all. Like they don't know what to do in those cases, whereby maybe you see communication between you and your partner has kind of died off or kind of reduced. So people don't really know how to handle those things. So like I said, like I mentioned earlier, dopamine chasing. People are always looking for happiness, like looking for the next thing that makes them happy. So when they are tired of that particular one, they start looking for what next that makes them happy. Like, okay, I'm tired of this particular person. Where can where can I get my next dose
Mhm.
of dopamine or happiness? I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yes, I do. I do.
So I guess social media has a part to play in that. Like and I think I've said this before. I think one of the greatest flaws that it has is that social media gives us that feeling that we have so many options, and I don't think that's true
Wow.
because that's yeah, you open your phone and you see you can communicate with this person and communicate with this person. You see so many beautiful girls or beautiful pictures of people online, and you feel like you start comparing them to why am I even being with this person self? Or you start, I don't know if you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm. I do.
So basically, I feel like social media too has a part to play in relationships because what works for one person may not work for you, like in your own situation. So when you start using that as a benchmark to like judge yours, I think that's when it now becomes flawed. And a lot of people are not willing to put in work. Like when those lows happen, like when those not so happy moments happen. So not many people want to like actually sit down and address those issues and actually have those difficult conversations.
Hmm. Yes, yes, I totally agree with you on that. I totally agree with you, and I share same thoughts on that. And I would like to know what's the best relationship advice that someone has ever given you?
Ah, almost. Honestly, no, okay. Like I say, not really best relationship advice. I don't think I've gotten any yet. To be fair
Yay.
with you, no, I'll be totally honest. But I feel like different things apply to different situations. So I can't just take one thing and just maybe because it worked for someone, it should now definitely work for me.
Mm-hmm.
But just from my own opinion, I think because you're in a relationship doesn't mean you should lose yourself. I think that's the first thing
Okay.
because like it's obvious that yes, okay, yes, you're in a relationship with someone that's beautiful. This person probably will help you grow. This person will help you enjoy being with that person. But at the same time, you shouldn't lose focus of your own self, of your own growth too, because when you start becoming so invested in another person, then you don't even make out, so you don't even focus on yourself. I think you're going to lose, like maybe lose that aspect of yourself. Don't go into a relationship like totally losing your own self. You should also know the kind of person you are. You should also try and make out time to understand your own self. So I think basically that's just it for me. I think that's the
Wow.
only advice I can see.
Okay, okay, that's so nice. So, any final words or thoughts to share?
When we go on social media and we see like all these bad stories of so and so happened that this person was with this person for so and so time. They broke up. I don't believe in love again. I think a lot of people are actually and trying to apply them to all relationships. So by the time they're even trying to get into a relationship, it's already over for them. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
They take they take other people's experiences and project it like on themselves. And to me, it shouldn't be like that. I think relationships should be like a genuine feeling. No, how like it should be like very direct, very open, very honest. Some a kind of situation where so we can actually have like a very honest conversation with each other, tell yourselves the truth, and you should be willing to work because definitely, man, it's effort. Like I said, it's effort. Anything that is worth it, you need to put effort in it, and it applies to everything, including relationships, be it family, be it your spouses, be it your friends. Because I'm telling you, everybody's occupied these days. You get so it takes a lot to actually maybe drop your own thing or maybe whatever you're dealing with, actually check up on someone or actually like be invested in another person and actually like, okay, how are you doing? What's up? If I don't know if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I
So
do.
what I would say, it's a lot of effort, and that's it. And if you want it to work, you need to put in that effort. It's not going to be easy. There are days that are going to feel like heaven. There are days that are going to be like hell, and there are days that are going to be like, oh man, what am I even doing? You get.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
just the effort on your part. And I'll say never giving 100% to someone who's not doing the same thing.
Okay.
So at least your effort should be reciprocated to a point, if you get what I mean. So
Mm.
that you don't end up feeling like you've invested all yourself into something that is not working. If it's not working for you, always learn to walk away. Then always choose yourself, no matter what. You only have yourself.
Wow. Hey.
Jesus Christ. So what's that? What? Wow.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and views. It's been quite an interesting conversation.
I
Um,
didn't get to ask you anything. No. Do you know that? I didn't even get to ask you. Like now, we need to have this conversation again.
I escaped it this time and never again. We're not, no, no. But really, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and views. It's been quite an interesting conversation. Thank you for agreeing to come on to Random Talk with Angie.
And yeah. So don't worry. When we make it to episode 10, we're going to celebrate.
Oh yes, yes, yes. We're on the road.
Uh,
Countdown to episode 10 indeed.
yeah.
You
It's
take
really nice what you're doing, Sha. So I
Oh,
just want to tell you to keep up.
all
You
right.
can continue. Now that you've started, just continue. Definitely something good come out of it.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay.
And you too.
All right. Thank you very much for listening to the second of the three-part series on love. Till I come your way next time, this is Random Talk with Angie with Ngozi Obiefna, wishing you all a love-filled week ahead. Bye.